Radio.
Tune in to the
Shakedown.
Real Talk Radio.
Shakedown Radio.
Real Talk.
Keep it real, we keep it raw.
The Shakedown. Shakedown.
Yes, sir, it's your boy K6 at the Shakedown Showcase Radio and Real Talk, baby. Hey, listen, I know y'all guys was tuned in to the Shakedown Hip Hop and R&B tonight with your host, Mr. Flick It Up. Yo, all local music, we call it indie music, man. That means all independent artists nationwide. We got people sending in music from Jamaica, from England. Yo, you hearing it all here first. Man, local artists, support them as we support you. You know what I mean? Listen, tonight's episode, man, we're going to talk about it. It's about single parents, man. Once again, we having this conversation about single parents. And let me tell you about it, man. Every day, we deal with people that are single mothers and single fathers. You know, I'm going to throw the fathers in there as well. But before we get started, I need to introduce my co-host. Y'all know who she is. Katrina Donovan. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we're going to get right into it. I got one of my models. She's a artist, a great singer. You guys probably heard some of her tracks on our show as well, on the hip-hop. Great singer, great voice, beautiful model. Miss Wow B. Say hello to the people.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Really, she had to do that. She really had to come out like that. Hey. Thanks.
Hello.
And we also got my girl, promoter, bartender, career woman, all around, school mother as well, Miss Tanya. What's up, girl?
Hey, how's everyone?
Everyone's doing good. Everyone's doing good. So listen, here's my method on taking this single parenthood, man. And I said this several times, and I don't know if we consciously choose to be single parents, or do we even think of this process of single parents? Majority of the time, we come single parents at a young age, right? So in America, the statistics are that we come single parents at a young age of having children out of wedlock, right? While other countries around the world, like France, Spain, Greece, Russia, you name it, other countries are having single parents due to war, diseases, violent, or someone just passed away, and so forth. So there's the thing that I understand why in Europe they having their single parent is coming up, but over in the U.S., man, it seems like majority of us is making these choices at a young age and not understanding what it takes to be a parent or a father. Now, here's my dilemma. I think sometimes that we don't even have to be a single parent, and because people have their religious background, so they don't want to do abortion, or they have the baby and they're too attached, they don't want to put the child up for adoption, or they're going to go ahead and force themselves or struggling and putting their child through hard times, and hopefully that they'll meet somebody in the end to help them get up out of there. I'm going to tell you, I'm a man. I got children. My children in college, and then I have one 8-year-old and whatnot. I was married for a long time, got divorced, and we decided to co-parent so my children didn't feel like they were raised in a single-parent household. That's just me, for instance. But I think a lot of women force themselves to be single-parent because they upset with the guy, don't know what to do, and even though the guy pissed them off, they don't want the guy to see the child. I mean, help me out, ladies. What is the reason for this? Wild B?
First and foremost, immaturity.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's immaturity. And it's funny, it goes in cycles. I've had so many friends where, through the pregnancy, there's drama. And, through the first few years, there's always drama, right?
Right.
And there's still feelings involved and everything like that. And then, as both parents mature and, hopefully it happens. It doesn't happen in every case. You start to think about just the child, me and my daughter's father, we had our issues too. We had our little drama, but our stuff ended, probably after a year or so. And I'm happy that now that we're able to co-parent. He has a wife now. We're all the petty shit, all the drama is out the window because we just think about the kids. A father not being able to see their child. If the child is not in danger, it's always wrong. I always think it's wrong. And even when me and my daughter's father had problems, I always told him, you're always welcome to come see her. You're always welcome to have her. Whatever happens between us has nothing to do with her. If she's not in danger, and I know he's going to protect her. He'll put his life on the line.
But even though you said that he was always available to come and see her, how true was that? How true did you allow him to really just come? I mean, what was your rules and regulations?
Okay, so starting off, it was, I would like whatever woman's going to be around, and that's usually what sparks and stuff too. Whatever woman's going to be around, if you're serious about her, I would like to meet her because I would like to know the type of energy my child's going to be around, and I feel like that has to be a very adult conversation and situation, and it doesn't have to be, I want to see who you dating, so because it's a personal thing. It can't be that. It really has to be. You really have to be mature about it and honest. And I'm a very big energy person. I protect my energy. I protect my daughter's energy, and I really believe in that. And I don't want any toxic beliefs or any toxic people around us as much as we can help it. As far as your question before, it was very true. He was always welcome to come see her, and always welcome to take her. Now, what the problem is the intimidation, the tension. That's what made him feel uncomfortable to come around, And I can completely understand that because when you don't feel welcome, when the vibe isn't really there, you don't really want to come around, and that's where you have to start growing up as parents, or growing up and really either going to a place where both people feel comfortable, and we had to go through the lawyer stuff. Like, we didn't speak, we spoke through lawyers, but we both got tired of that. Like, why am I gonna keep this lawyer on a retainer just to have a simple conversation with you to drop off our daughter? To plan a birthday party, it gets ridiculous. And once both parties start feeling that it's really just ridiculous, and we both grown enough, and we both are past all the emotions and all the petty stuff, it's enjoyable. Like, me and my daughter's father, like, we're friends now, finally. You know what I'm saying? I can really say that we are starting a new chapter in friendship. We're doing goals together. As far as me, I'm checking him on his goal. He's bringing his wife into it. We're trying to grow.
But to me, I'm gonna tell you, when you got to check into his side, his wife, his girl. I know I get it that you want to make sure your child is in a safe environment, and if you feel that the father is doing his job and he's going to keep the child safe, what that wife is doing or he's doing with the wife or doing with the child, you have no business of being in the household, or you're just trying to be nosy of what's going on in the household.
I agree. And the law also says it, because like I said, we went through the whole lawyer stuff too, but I feel like once we're at a civil place, I feel like, what's the problem with that? Like, no, I don't have a right, but at the same time, I would want him to feel comfortable with who I have around, So it comes down to what situation you have. And I feel like it comes to pettiness. And as far as where we all want to grow together as a family, and it takes time to do that. And, if we both in the dark about each other, how are we all going to grow as a family? And it just depends on the dynamic of your relationship. But I can only speak on the relationship that I have with
I'm going to get Tony to jump in here for a minute. What was your process of it? And I know you do a lot of different things as well. How did you deal with it, or was the father even around?
Who are you talking to?
Tony, Tanya. Tanya.
Okay. Well, the conversation is kind of a lot of things have been discussed. You initially started off about talking about single parenting,
right?
And I wanted to say, because we went into a lot of different areas, which is good. Like, we're so diverse. I think overall women are more emotional than men. That's off rip.
Do you guys really believe that, though? Do you really believe that?
I think if a woman in general doesn't think that she's more emotional than the men that she's been involved with in her life, I think she probably should look closer at herself, or she may be in denial. I think naturally we're more emotional than men because we are the ones that supply the earth. We are motherhood. We bring children into this world. We're protectors, providers, naturally, or whatever.
Right.
We are more emotional than men. Men are able to drop off a deposit and keep it moving. Whereas more times than others, the women are the backbone and are the ones that, are there. I mean, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. It wasn't just a song. It's real.
Right.
I mean, as far as what I saw when I grew up. So when going back to how, the conversation started, I got married at 22. Of course I didn't, want to be a single parent. Who does? I don't think many of us go into any kind of situation saying, I want to have a baby alone.
I mean, you got some people that are crazy like that. It's a lot of women out there crazy like that.
But I'm speaking for the average.
Okay.
Just the average person. You can think of a million coulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and baby type of people, but just in general, I got married at 22. My daughter, I married her father. She was 9 months old when I got married or whatever. And it took me to eventually get separated and for the marriage to not work, to realize that I only got married because I didn't want to be a single parent. And I didn't want my daughter to grow up the way that I grew up.
So you
and
got
I
married,
left
even
love.
though you felt that this guy may not been right for you, regardless of that.
I didn't care. At the age of 22, I didn't care. I know with my father not being there for me, I know how it affected me, and all I cared about was that not affecting my daughter that way. So love didn't matter at the time.
Right.
Security didn't matter at the time. All I cared about as a mother and the provider and the protector, all I cared about was my daughter having her father. And
Right.
I felt that marrying him was how I was going to secure that. Well, I was 22. I was young and dumb. I'll be 45 years old this year. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I look at things differently. But I don't think most women go into the situation planning and hoping to be a single parent.
Right. I think if we, we make these adult decisions but don't think about the aftermath in adult ways.
Most of us are not adults when we make the decision. I don't care how old you are. Age is not even the factor. That's just like people who stay at home and their parents baby them all through their lives. And then at 35, they finally get out into the world and find out that they don't have what it takes to make it. It's too late.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's the same thing to me.
And I have to totally agree with you because I was a single parent early on. I had my first child at 16. So I was still a child myself. 2 years later, I had another baby at 18. Okay, in high school. So when I met my last 2 kids' father, I wasn't, you know how you think that you're in love with someone? I knew I loved him, you know what I'm saying? But, now I'm pregnant with my third child, and all I hear is, you got three, you on your third child. You're not married to your dad. You're not, and see, I got my parents in one ear saying, you know what? You, and I was, 21, you got 3 kids, you're not married, you need to get married. was he or I ready to be married? No. But because of, okay, I need to get stable here. Okay? I'm on my third child, 3 baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? I need to get stable. I need to be still, okay? Be with this man. I'm carrying this child. So I married someone when red flag was there before I got married, you know what I'm saying? And had 2 kids from him, you know, and trying to make something work because of children. So
Right.
I can totally agree with what you're saying.
So tell me this. Here's another question that I have with all of this, and understand that everybody had kids at a young age. So it sounds like, do you believe that your father not playing a role in your life, or did he play a role in your life for you to make the decision? If he played more role, a bigger part in your life, that you wouldn't make these decisions?
Well, I would have to say, my father raised me. I lived with my father. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers, we lived with my father. My father raised us. After he and my mother, you know, divorced, he raised me and my brothers. We continued to travel with him in the military. So, but I think, I don't, you know, sometimes, it's like my view, when I got pregnant, you know, I felt as if I finally have something to love me.
Right.
I finally have someone that will love me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And me having my baby was something that, you know, okay, not saying that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I wasn't getting love, but I wasn't feeling the love, you know, from my parents or, you know what I'm saying, grandparents. I wasn't feeling the love. So me having a baby, I feel like, wow, I have someone to love me.
So the bottom line is that you weren't getting the love that you thought you were feeling from your parents. So it seemed like it played a factor. Wild B, did it play a factor in you that you weren't getting the love, or did you get the love, no love?
Well, you know what? I can say I can definitely relate to what she was saying for sure. I was a black sheep in the family. I was the person, and still am the person going against the grain, and the you know, the outspoken one and all that. So I would say I agree with that to a certain degree. But for me, I was pregnant first, and I had a miscarriage. You know, and at that point, I didn't have a choice, you know. Like, I just got the news, and I was, like, really, you know, back and forth of, like, oh, my gosh, what's going to happen? I was 18, just graduated. And then when I had a miscarriage, that choice was kind of taken away from me, and that's how I felt. And then I got pregnant again, and it was kind of a no-brainer after that, you know. And I'm not sure if I would have had a choice before, would it still been the same outcome. But I know I just felt, I don't know, I felt hurt, you know. And by the miscarriage is what made me keep my daughter, honestly. But, yeah, there was a lack of love. I had my stepdad in my life, which I love him so much. He's there for me. I can talk to him about anything. But I think the main determining factor was,
right,
for me, was I didn't have a choice at first, and I was still hurt by the first pregnancy. So the second pregnancy, I was like, yes, I'm doing it.
right.
Okay.
So, go ahead, Tom.
No, you go ahead, because mine was probably going to get too deep. I just, you know, I was told that I would never have any children. You know, when I was 15, I was full of tumors. So to the point where the doctor told my mom when she turns 18 and she's of legal age, I want to give her a hysterectomy.
Right.
We opted out. He said I would never have kids, blah, blah, blah. We opted out of the hysterectomy or whatever. He told me I would end up with cancer one day. I ended up getting pregnant, and he said, yes, you're pregnant, but you would never have a baby. You know, I have
Wow.
2 children now.
You have
And
a baby.
Yes, ma'am, I have 2. I have one that's 23. Well, she's turning 23 this year. We hung out today, and I have one that'll be 15 in July. You know, and I think it's more than baby daddies. You know, a lot of times we judge young girls. We don't know. I was told at 15 I would never have children. You don't know everybody's situation.
Right.
You know, and just to get pregnant, I don't care if I got pregnant by Joe Schmo. I probably, honestly, would have been happy and would have done everything I could to have my baby because I was told I would never have kids. And, you know, I ended up with cancer. I ended up with 3 types of cancer in my uterus. I had to have a hysterectomy.
Wow.
I can't have no more kids.
Okay.
But I was blessed with 2 children. You understand?
Look at God.
So
Look at God.
look at him. Look at him. You know,
Oh, my God. All you do is
we prejudge. We look at young black girls sometimes and we prejudge, but we don't know what they were diagnosed with at 15 years old. So I think sometimes we have to dig deeper, you know. But when I was with my daughter, my oldest daughter's dad, and I got pregnant, I kind of, you know, looking back after the fact, I'm older now, and it is what it is. You know, I didn't get married for love, and that's what it is. You know, I
Right.
loved him.
Right.
I had a child by him. I loved him, but I didn't
Right.
marry him because I loved him. I married him because I didn't want my child to grow up in the single
Right.
parent household that I. When I got married for the wrong reasons, and
Right,
because I
right.
knew that it didn't last, you know,
Right.
it was over very quickly. You know, and guess who suffered? Not us. My child suffered. You know,
Right.
because I got married for all the wrong. I would have rather for her to grew up with nobody there from day one than for him to be there for 3 years and then all of a sudden he was gone. You know what I'm saying? That's worse than never having
Right.
anybody there than for him to have to be gone all of a sudden. You know.
It to me, it still sounds like the bottom line is a lack of the male figure in the life. That's my opinion on it. Here's my
love in
thing.
general. I don't think it's directly by male figure. I think it's important, but like I'm so tired of giving men all this all this credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it has to do with self-love. You know, yes, it needs to come from both the father and the mother, but I think instilling self-love in your children is the most important thing, you know, because we don't need to be looking for love anywhere else, honestly, till we find it within. And it's cliche, but it's really what will keep you going, you know?
Right. So,
and it all boils down to knowing your worth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Knowing your worth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that self-confidence, that security about yourself. You know, at that time, at that age, we was insecure. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know our worth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times, you know, we make the decisions that we make because we are unsure. We're not secure. We didn't know our worth. So that's why we was in the situation that we were in.
I'm as having a daughter, I'm really getting tired of pushing the narrative of we need a man for love. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's from our father or whether it's from boyfriend, I'm really like, and that's what's wrong with a lot of our little girls. That's what's wrong with me growing up, feeling like I need that from a man, whether it be my dad or whoever. That's not true. You need to, like, self-worth, what she said. Like, that's what needs to be pushed.
I agree on that part.
You don't need it, sweetheart, but let me tell you something. It makes a difference.
It does.
It makes a
I
difference.
agree.
I'm not saying you needed to. If you didn't have it, then obviously you made it out okay and you were good without it. And I'm not saying you absolutely need it, but you're not going to sit here and tell me, because I've been through that, you're not going to tell me it wouldn't have made a difference for him to be
I'm
there.
not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I just feel like it gets
But
real
you are
black and white.
perfectly capable of making it and being okay and being good without it. Because I'm fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like that lack of that relationship has affected me in every aspect of my life. Beginning
And
with
every aspect.
relationship with
Yeah.
men. You know, it
Yeah.
starts from your father. You know,
That's right.
and it has affected me. And any woman that says their father not being there has not affected them in their personal life, they are a liar. Or they're in
That's right.
denial.
I'm going to tell you this. So I'm going to interrupt you guys because I'm going to tell you this and just give you a little experience. And Katrina Diamond probably tell you a little bit. Man. I have 3 grown kids. All my children are in college and graduating. One has graduated. One's graduating now. I got my oldest child is my daughter who's 23. I got a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old. All my kids. 22, yeah.
I have a 22-year-old as well.
All right.
Yeah.
But with my daughter, and I communicate with my boys constantly too, but with my daughter, I talk to her every day, and I instill in her that how much I love her and what she needs to be focused on in life. And I would just call her out of the blue, and she'll call me. We build this rapport from a child, from when she was young. I was constantly involved in all my kids' lives. So anything that they were doing or had going on, they'd tell me. I tell you the most freaked out thing that ever happened to me when my daughter came to me and said, "Dad, I'm thinking about having sex." But I was so proud of myself and her to even come to me before she even said it. Before she just went out and did it. You get what I'm saying? So we had this whole drawn-out conversation. Why did you think, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I love him so much. You know, I think we're going to be together. I said, I don't think so. But I didn't push, totally say, don't do it. I just gave her options. This is what can happen. This is what the process or the outcome can be. I want you to protect yourself, so on and so on. But I talk, and we constantly had these conversations about sex or about boys, about love, you know what I mean? By me constantly showering them with love as a father. And I think as time went on, she's 23 now, that she chose to take care of her career first before even getting married, before having children, and so forth. And also my boys are doing the same exact thing. One of them actually broke up with a girl because he wanted to focus on his career. So I think, and like back to what you guys are saying, a father being involved continuously and constantly in a child's life makes a huge difference on what decisions they make in life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And I have to, say that, even though, I still, even though I was raised in a house with my father, I still felt like I was missing something. You know what I'm saying? So even though my father was there, I still felt that I was missing something. So, I mean, it could be a negative and a positive. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I still didn't feel like, I was getting what I needed, you know what I'm saying, from my father. I don't know if because he worked all the time, you know what I'm saying, but I still didn't feel like I got it. You know what I'm saying? So even being raised up in the house with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Reflecting back now, do you know what it is that you're missing? Or that you were missing?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I guess, like I was in sports, you know what I'm saying? Just having them there, watching me, you know what I'm saying, run track or playing basketball, just, attending PTA meetings, being concerned about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get that. We had a roof over our head, we had food, but all the extra, I just felt like I was missing something. And with that,
do you feel like that affected your, how you, is that all you expected from the opposite sex? Do you feel like that's all you expected was the bare minimum, or just, do you feel like that made you the type of person that would be satisfied with just having a provider, other than, rather than someone who was providing and being emotionally attached to you at the same time? How some people are just there and they do a good job, you're taken care of, but they're just there, you know what I'm saying?
That's how exactly was. Like with my second marriage, she was a good provider. We didn't want for anything, but it's like that's it.
Right.
Some men don't know how to love. All they know is how to provide. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
boys aren't taught how to love. That's true.
Yeah, and exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and I felt like, it's like, dang, why am I attracting the same stuff?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
Well, listen.
Why am I attracting the same? So I mean, that's half of it. I want to feel that emotional connection. That that something that I've never gotten. So.
Listen, there's like I had Dr. Davis, who's a relationship doctor on the show before, and he made a good point. We have to reevaluate ourselves before we can even intend to love any other individuals, and we don't take the time to figure ourselves out. And then when it comes into a relationship part of following those steps or courting an individual, and then from courting going to dating, and then from dating to hopefully engage and then a marriage. But it seems like that on both sides, men and women get impatient and don't want to take the time to court somebody to determine if that individual is for it. And when I mean courting, you got to court this individual and not fornicate with them. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And find out if they emotionally is bonded with your emotions. You got to have that balance of emotionally. If you get a guy that you both emotional, you guys watching with Gone with the Wind and both of y'all crying, that's a problem. Or y'all both watching that Alien movie and both of y'all testosterone is hype, you know what I mean? There's a problem. There needs to be a balance in there where you balance each other from your past to your present.
But when you're a woman that's subconsciously seeking for that, that's where you run into the problem. A lot of women, they're subconsciously seeking for that because they never had it. So it's easy to say that. But until you're that emotional woman that didn't have her father, and that's deep down subconsciously, she don't even know. But subconsciously, that's what she's looking for and seeking for. You got to put yourself in her shoes.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. The first thing you need to recognize that you need that understanding from the beginning to get help to understand where you at in life mentally, with love, before you can even go anywhere. And I don't think it's subconscious. I think it's a conscious effort on the outside of flesh thinking, because the subconscious mind is what I think people think more spiritually with, like people in the church. You know what I mean? God is going to send me my what's his name? Bad, or I'm bad with the Bible verses, but it's so fun. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me ask you something then. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
So I felt for a long time I need to make sure that I'm where I want to be career-wise, emotionally, all that stuff, and work. I need to work on myself. And then I got to a really lonely place, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be 100% when I find the right. I want to grow with somebody. So,
Exactly.
you know, and at that point, like right now, I'm kind of back and forth on it because I would love to grow with someone, and I know I'm always going to be a work in progress. So, at what point do you say, okay, I've worked enough on me to be with somebody? Like, that's always you're always gonna be evolving. So, who's to say when is the right time?
When you stop
You know?
when you stop questioning yourself, when you stop asking those questions, am I good enough? Am I okay? Am I right? You should be in that now of saying that I'm ready. I'm good.
Right.
I understand what I want in life, and I want that other individual to come in and grow with me. There is no such thing as stable growth. You constantly grow no matter in what you do in life. No matter if it's a job, it's a career. As time goes on, you continually grow. So even though you don't work on yourself, and let's say you worked on it at 100%, that's great. That's the best thing you can do, because now 100%, you can make sure what you want in life, that they're going to grow with you even more.
Right.
I agree. And a person that's not willing to grow with you doesn't deserve to be with you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I agree.
You know, nobody is perfect. Anybody that tries to act like their relationships are perfect or whatever, they are lying. They are damn liar. You know, nothing is perfect, but you know, you trying to find that person that has enough. You know, just enough that you can work with. Mm-hmm. And you build with them and grow together. Because we're not. How can you look for the perfect person when you ain't perfect yourself? You know, we all have our flaws and our issues or whatever. You know.
I got to make an announcement real quick. I want to appreciate everybody tuned in right now to the Shakedown Showcase Radio Real Talk segment right here, right now. Make sure that you go to our website, Shakedown Showcase, and send us an email. We'll send you newsletters for any events that we got coming up. All the things that we got going down with the Shakedown Showcase. Make sure that you go to all our social medias. Make sure you follow us, man, and we'll get right back to you. Any questions that you have, feel free to comment. Leave us a drop email, man, and we're glad. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you guys following us. With this show, this platform, man, is growing faster than I expected. And tonight we're talking about single parenthood. We got special guest, Miss Wild B, special guest, Tanya. I like to call her Black Cotton because that's the name of her business, Black Cotton. I like the way she had that, Miss Black Cotton. And then my co-host, Katrina Diamond. Listen, we're going to wrap this up. I know this is a great topic. I know we want to get into this a little bit more, but, man, I want to leave it right where it's at right now, have everybody to contemplate, think on it, you know what I mean? Any questions that you guys have for these ladies, or you got questions you got for me, go ahead and leave it in the comment box. Go to the website, shakedownshowcase.com. Drop us a newsletter, drop us an email, sign up. We'll send you newsletter, or we'll respond back to your comment. You can also call our show as area code 346 DA Shake, and Katrina Diamond knows that number by heart. Area code 346-327-4253, man. You can call, you know, just leave a message. And if the message is good enough, we'll play it on air live right here, right now. You know what I mean? So, Wild B, any final words for the people?
Regardless of whenever you have your babies, keep chasing your dreams. The best thing you can do for your babies is to show them passion and love and never giving up. And that's what I'm showing my baby no matter what. I'm always going to do what I love, and I'm going to push her to do the same. I'm going to support her to do the same.
Yes, sir. And Miss Black Cotton, what you got to say for the people? I know you got something good to say.
I just want to say, you know, in addition to what the young lady said, you know, let's not prejudge each other. You know, when you look at that 17-year-old mother, don't assume she was being fast. The doctor could have told her she would never have kids. You know, just let's not prejudge. Be there, mentor, be positive, and shed a light on somebody's life, and be there for each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Katrina Diamond, baby, what you got for the people?
Hey, I have to piggyback off the two young ladies. You know, even though you have kids, and if you have them early, don't let that stop what your goals are, what your dreams are. keep pushing, keep striving, and you can do it. You can do it. Just don't quit. Don't quit. If it doesn't happen and it pushes you back, it's just a delay. It doesn't stop, because you can get whatever you put your mind to, with or without a child. So y'all stay focused, single moms.
Yes, sir. And look, and here's my thing, right? To the boys, to the girls, if you guys do decide to make a decision like that, to lay down with each other, even if you have the inclination that you feel that you're in love or puppy love or whatever, man, protect yourself. You know what I mean? Strap yourself up, young men. You know what I mean? Or before you even do it, find somebody that you can talk to so they can give you some type of advice. I'm talking about an adult. If it ain't your mama, it ain't your daddy, find your favorite uncle, your favorite auntie, Uncle Pete, find Uncle Joe under the tree. Because I'm telling you, sometimes that wino under the tree, that wino will give you the best education of your life.
Tell you what not to do.
Yeah, my point. And then you look at his life. And also, man, you do not want to pay child support and alimony like I did. Look, it's expensive. It's cheaper to keep her. For real, though. You know what I mean? That's why I went back twice. I want my money back. Yes, sir. Listen, let's continue our show, man. We're going to come back to this topic. I'm hoping that I can invite the ladies back. Ladies, would y'all come back if I invite you back?
Of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So y'all know how I say this, man. Motivate yourself to inspire others to inspire yourself.
Radio.
Right here at the Shakedown.
Real Talk Radio.
Shakedown.